It's the Fresh Dope Podcast, baby. We on.
What's going on? It's your guy AD, back one more time, another edition of Fresh Dope Podcast.
Fresh Dope Podcast.
Right across from me, my guy Smooth, aka Smooth Milk, aka Nick, Shay, Shizza, the list goes on. Shout out to Melly Mel, the third of Fresh Dope Podcast. Now, you actually brought this to my attention.
Yes, I did.
I just looked it up. If you want me to do the rundown, I can do the rundown, or if you want to do it, that's fine as well.
I think you should do it. You've got a roll right now. I think your voice sounds crispy. Let's keep it.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So this was obtained from TMZ. Kodak Black, and this happened January 19th. He was
blacking out.
He's messing up for sure. Had an IG live video which alerted cops in the drug and weapons bust. I don't believe the actual footage has surfaced from...
No, they're holding it for evidence right now.
For what he was doing prior to the bust.
Yes, but the bust is on
But the bust is available to view. We saw the bust. Yeah, apparently the cops were alerted. Here, we'll read you the exact headline from TMZ. Shout out to y'all, man. Kodak Black got busted after cops saw his infant child surrounded by drugs and a handgun during an Instagram live broadcast. They reported that the rapper got arrested that Thursday in Florida and was booked for 7 charges, including drug possession, child neglect, grand theft of a firearm. According to police docs obtained by TMZ, officers responded to Kodak's home after someone observed the IG vid of multiple men in the bathroom rolling joints and playing with the handgun. They said the final straw came when Kodak's kid was brought into the bathroom and was just inches away from the lit joint and the weapon. Police say Kodak did nothing to get the child away from the danger. The IG live broadcast was still rolling when police came into the house. That's what we watched, and maybe you have as well. You were hip to TMZ or anything on Google that week. Police found weed out in plain view. Got a search warrant. They ended up finding 94.9 grams of marijuana in his bedroom closet. Not 95, 94.9. They say his safe contained cash and a loaded Glock with 9 rounds, and there was a Beretta handgun in his office. The Beretta was reported stolen back in December, hence the grand theft charge. So Kodak Black is messing up. Facts.
He's digging a grave, B.
So he's definitely tripping. Not to mention, I think he was like FaceTiming at one point with Danielle Bergoli, the Cash Me Outside chick, and I think she's like 14. So Kodak is tripping right now. Definitely tripping. You had a great question from this Shay, and
it raises the greater question because yes, maybe Kodak might have dug his own grave in this one, but in the greater sense of it is, should what we post on social media affect us in real life? Should we be held accountable?
I like that. First of all, Kodak Black is innocent until proven guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty. Free Kodak.
Yes, you know, and we still
have a whole QP.
And we haven't seen the video that they supposedly were alerted on, so we don't know that it's a real thing yet. But if it is, Kodak, you're messing up. But hope all gets handled well in that situation. I would say yes though, Shay. I think social media should definitely affect or impact you in real life. Like if you're working for somebody else, you essentially represent them. So, like, you can lose, and that's in work-wise. That's in like a job.
I guess in like the everyday sense of life. But like, what about like the artists and stuff like that? People who say that this is just the art. This is just me. This is character.
Right.
There's people who claim that their representation of themselves in the public. Maybe Kodak has to be. Let's just use him. Rappers have to have music videos with guns and drugs, but doesn't mean they're actually into guns.
No, they don't have to. Okay, you're saying it could be fake as well, which is a lot of that.
So my thing is like, you can't do that anymore. You can't just.
Why be fake? Like, why hop on social media?
I'm not so people do it though. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts for sure.
But why hop on social media and be real? You know what I mean? It's whatever you want to put out.
Nonetheless, if it's what you want to put out and it's not real, it's still a bad representation of an entity that you're representing. Like in Kodak's case, the IG live, it's tough, man. Because like I think like
legally,
you guys, get off my video. Like, is this really how you gonna find me? Like, it's like that's corny,
bro. Snitching.
No, he was on live.
Like, but they said somebody informed the cops.
Yeah, he's at fault for being on live doing dumb stuff.
That's true.
Like, think about back in like the 80s and 90s. People did not broadcast their criminal stuff. They did not broadcast they didn't have their guns in pictures like all the time. Like, it wasn't like, it's a different day and age for sure. So I think that's a dumb decision on his part. You still don't have the video, so like it's tough to call. But if a child was involved, I think that's the #1 thing. And like as a cop, I'm not a cop, but I know you know my feelings on that. But like if you see that and a child's around that, isn't technically your duty, even as a human being, not even as a cop, but a human being, to like, okay, it's probably not good if his child is around handguns and weed. Like, moral code.
Personally, it's none of my damn business.
Facts. I wouldn't know because I wouldn't be watching the live video, and I wouldn't like.
What he does on his own time is his own.
But if I do see that, like, then okay, like, how do you handle that? You just stay away because it's none of your business at that point, or do you try to like? I don't know.
I see, because like to me, social media can all be can be used as a tool. So, like, yeah, most people out there portraying their real ass lives, but sometimes people are you know, faking it until they make it. So, I don't really believe half of what I see on social media, nor do I take it seriously. So, I mean, in some way, you're going to be held responsible because it's the same thing as like if you say something, you might not mean it, but you can't say certain words in certain situations. It's just inappropriate. Unfortunately, I feel like as we move forward into where social media and technology are intertwined like that, this is going to be a new territory we're going to have to learn to relegate is our digital selves, what we present to the world. And some people
don't know how to do it.
Not good at editing that shit out.
Not good at it. I had to take down a couple posts like due to like being involved with other entities. I'm like, cool. Yeah. Well, this is crap. But then I'm like, well, it makes sense though too. Because if you're representing my brand or my company, I want to make sure you're out here, you know, not doing anything crazy. So I get it at the same time, but that's why I think it should. And like you said, as long as they're not faking, they should have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. And stay on Snapchat, kids, with your shit.
No, be careful. Snapchat is crazy too. They think that they're not retaining visuals. Snapchat has all type of stuff, man. Like,
before we get lost in
that. And you could download stuff off of Snapchat. There's videos.
Let's not get lost in these sauce.
But hit us up and let us know what you think.
What do you think? Yeah, should you be held responsible to you? Are you fake playing out there? You got ball and chains and you want to be held to be in ball and chains in real life? Like, or, you know, should you be keeping it real 24/7? Let us know. Hit us up on Facebook at Fresh Dope Podcast. Twitter's F Dope Podcast. Yes. Instagram Fresh Dope Podcast. We have a website.
FreshDopePodcast.com. That's Smooth Milk. Shout out to Melly Mel. My name is AD. One more time for you. What you post on social media affects you in real life. Fresh Dope.
Fresh Dope.
It's the Fresh Dope Podcast, man. We out.